How about them Cowboys? Angry Cowboys fan. Oh, born to battle. Hey, hey. Some just means we never sell. America's team through thick and thin. Hey, hey. When the sun shines bright, that's where we win. Angry Cowboys fan.
What's going on, Cowboys Nation and Angry Cowboys fans around the world? Y'all know who it is. It's your man, the Angry Cowboys Fan. And I'm going to let you know right now, Cowboys Nation, your man will be posting a few videos today. So make sure you keep a lookout because YouTube will only alert my subscribers with 3 uploads. Anything after that, they won't announce it. So make sure you're keeping an eye out for the videos so that you don't miss anything. But in this video, I'm going to give y'all my raw and uncut when it comes to yesterday's segment of First Take. Reddick and Chris Mad Dog Russo discussed the Dallas Cowboys and the fact that they have Super Bowl aspirations. If you know Chris Mad Dog Russo, then you know that he cannot stand Super Bowl aspirations. So we're going to take a listen to the 3 clips that I got for y'all, and y'all know what we're going to do. We're going to come back and unpack this raw and uncut. So, Angry Cowboys fans, let's take a listen to the first clip from Chris Mad Dog Russo when it comes to Jerry Jones mentioning the Super Bowl during the opening press conference at training camp yesterday.
The bigger picture for me, why doesn't Jerry just lay low for a change? Why doesn't Jerry say, you know what? Here's what Jerry should say. Do what Wellington Mary used to do. You know what? Here's a successful season. Let's play 17 meaningful football games where in late December, the game where we play means something come postseason. Why does he even say Super Bowl? I mean, you know what their schedule? They have the Rams, San Francisco, and Seattle. They play at Green Bay. I mean, they got a hard schedule. They have to play Jacksonville and Houston on the road. The division's tricky. Giants would be a little better. I'll let Lewis handle that too. But I would just like to have Jerry Jones say, you know what, listen, we haven't been good for a little while. I hope we'll be a better football team. We like downs. We think we can score some points. But I'm not going to jinx anything and even mention the word Super Bowl. Let's compete at the end of the year to be in a discussion for postseason.
But you know
Let's start there.
Lay low, Chris Mad Dog Russo? Lay low? This man, Jerry Jones, has been laying low this offseason. You can't name me 4 times where you've seen Jerry Jones in front of a camera this year. Has he been doing what a lot of Dallas Cowboys fans have been asking him to do? Yes, that's stay in the shadows and conduct business from the shadows. And as far as Jerry mentioning the Super Bowl, I'm going to have fun with this during my raw and uncut portion. So make sure you stick around for that. But we're going to go ahead and get into the second clip so we can come back and talk about it. Go ahead. Roll that clip.
If you're Jerry.
But you know that's not in his DNA. You know his DNA is to market his football team. And he wants people to be talking about his team. But you know what? Like, honestly, since I've been working here since, 2013, this is really the first time that when I look at their roster and I look at what they have done over the years and what they did this offseason, I have legitimate high aspirations for this football team. Legitimate. And he's not the one who really started this talk. You know, Dak Prescott himself started this talk. He looks around at this. These guys know. Football players know when they're looking around each other going, hey, look, man, we're actually pretty darn good here. Now, obviously, we need some things to break our way. We need to stay healthy. Players need to perform. Coaches need to perform. Christian Parker, the new defensive coordinator, needs to perform. And, I'm not one of those guys who likes to look at the past successes of football teams when we're talking about strength of schedule and saying, well, their schedule is going to be really hard based upon how these teams looked last year, because we know things can turn so quickly in the NFL. We know teams can go from worst to first to worst. If you have a couple bad breaks, quite honestly, I'm not even thinking about who they have on their schedule. I'm thinking about the work that they've done and the quality of the people that they have. It's a good time. Look, it's always a good time to be a Cowboy fan because your team's always being talked about. I mean, depending upon what the conversation is. But I would be very optimistic if I'm a Cowboy fan this year.
Cowboys Nation, this is the first time in a long time where we've seen Jerry Jones worry about football operations more than marketing. I mean, is he currently marketing the Dallas Cowboys? Absolutely he is, and he should be. He shouldn't stop marketing this team, just not at the expense of the team. This year, he got the 3 and 4 letter networks talking about his team, still Cowboys Nation. They're still in the headlines. But what does that show us? That shows Jerry Jones that his team is going to get talked about even if he doesn't give them bulletin board material to run with. Now let's go ahead and get into the third clip so we can come back and unpack this raw and uncut.
I would be very optimistic.
Can I just push back on this really quick? Do you feel like this is the best you've felt about the Cowboys because of their roster? Yes.
Yeah.
But also because there's not all these off-the-field distractions. We're not talking about contracts. Someone's not coming off a major injury. We're not worried about the quarterback and extension.
Yeah.
Like, we're just talking about football
You know
and
what?
then potentially adding someone like a Max Crosby. I mean, it's a different day.
That's an absolutely great point. That it's just about the game. And honestly, the teams that usually win in the end, it's just about the game. Like last year, right? Seattle all season long, we talked about them. People said this is a pretty good football team. But we never talked about anything off the field with Seattle. There was no controversy in the coaching staff and the quarterback room. It was just, they're just playing ball. I don't know if we'll ever be able to have that kind of discussion with Dallas because it's Dallas. So even if there isn't something, we'll make something up about this football team, or Jerry will say something will get us talking. But no question that from a pure football perspective, I like this team. There are some things that they have to nail down, just like every team. There are some sore spots. But there's a lot of things that portend to a discussion being had of, could this team compete with some of the very best in the NFL?
You know, Cowboys Nation, this year, it's been the best that this Dallas Cowboys team has looked in a very long time. And I'm talking about on paper right now. We are just getting into training camp to see what's really going on with the guys. And shout out to PJ Locke. Hopefully you recover soon and it's not a serious knee injury, but I just believe he tweaked it on the field. But here's to hoping and praying. But this is the best that I've ever felt about an offseason when it comes to the Dallas Cowboys in a minute, because it's been just about the game. It's been just about bettering the team in order to be competitive this year. But you know what, Cowboys Nation? Y'all ready for this raw and uncut? Y'all ready? Let's get it. Get ready for the Angry Cowboys fans, raw and uncut.
Man, keeping it real. Man, keep it real. That's real.
All right. Mad Dog. Come on, bro. How are you going to sit up there and not expect a player or the owner of the football team to talk about the ultimate goal for their organization? I don't give a damn if the team has never been to a Super Bowl. Their goal should be making it to and potentially breaking that 0 streak in a Super Bowl to get a Super Bowl win. Why is it a problem when the Dallas Cowboys speak about the goal that they want to accomplish for the year? I swear, Cowboys Nation, that's like telling your high school son who has the goal of being a doctor that he hasn't been on the honor roll in a few years, so there shouldn't be any talks about college, much less being a doctor. I'm sorry, Cowboys Nation, but I cannot subscribe to that way of thinking. I'm a fond believer in speaking things into existence, putting it in the ether, manifesting the goals and ambitions that you desire to want to accomplish in your life. The Super Bowl just so happens to be a shared goal by Jerry Jones and the rest of the coaching staff, the players, the regular staff on the team, as well as the executives of the Dallas Cowboys. Talk your shit, Cowboys Nation. But the older I get, the more I see other fans or media figures trying to talk fans out of fanning for their damn team. Saying anything to rain on another person's parade. Going out of their way just to pour salt in the wounds and then laugh while they're pouring the salt in your wounds. Embodying the true meaning of the word fanatic. Chris Mad Dog Russo said that Jerry Jones should have to talk about all the 17 games that's coming up, and we should take games one at a time, as if the Dallas Cowboys aren't going to do that just because they speak about wanting to go to a Super Bowl. Here's my advice, though, Mad Dog. If you don't want to talk about the Dallas Cowboys potentially going to the Super Bowl or wanting to go to said Super Bowl, how about you get up and walk off the set? Because you know damn well that ESPN is going to talk about the Dallas Cowboys all the damn time. ESPN is going to talk about the Dallas Cowboys Super Bowl odds all the damn time. ESPN is going to take any soundbite that they can get from the Dallas Cowboys, and they're going to run with it. So, you got a better chance in you playing the quarterback position and winning the Super Bowl than to not hear about or speak about the Dallas Cowboys' chances of making it back to a Super Bowl. But he talked about Jerry Jones laying low. How much lower do you want Jerry Jones to go, Chris Mad Dog Russo? 6 feet under? He can't be any further out of the media than he has been this year. Talking about, let's compete and then discuss the postseason. Not one of those guys have to ask your permission to speak about anything when it comes to the team or any other team in the NFL for that matter. Not one owner, GM, coach, or player is going to go up there and be timid as Chris Mad Dog Russo wants them to be. This isn't a timid league, Cowboys Nation, so don't expect, just because it's the Dallas Cowboys, for them to be timid when it comes to talking about a goal that they're shooting for. The Dallas Cowboys want a Super Bowl. Cowboys Nation wants a damn Super Bowl. When you have teams in this league who haven't been to or won a Super Bowl championship and you ain't got that same smoke for them, maybe you should just sit this one out when it comes to your take on First Take. And as far as what Reddick was talking about, I kind of got humble when it comes to the strength of schedule this year. You know, I was stressing out about the teams that we have to face and how we have the 4th hardest schedule in the league. Then one of the Angry Cowboys Fan family members talked me off of the ledge. They talked about the number of moves that other teams have made this past offseason. The Dallas Cowboys weren't the only one that lose key players or have to start with a different coordinator. A number of teams on the schedule have to worry about the same damn thing. Lucky for the Dallas Cowboys, their offense is intact and it's going into the 2nd year of said offense. There's a plethora of talent on the defensive side of the ball, and I believe that Christian Parker has the ability to coach this defense properly. He has the ability to actually learn them something, if you know what I mean. But the attitude, the philosophy, the culture, it started to take shape right in front of Cowboys Nation's eyes this year. For the first time in a long time, the coaching staff has been left to establish the identity and the culture of this squad. They've been free to draft and acquire, through free agency, players to fit the mold that the coaches have been shooting for. The intelligent, aggressive type of player. So no matter whether Jerry Jones, Dak Prescott, or people in Cowboys Nation speak about wanting to make it to a Super Bowl, speak that shit into existence and screw what the other haters have to say, because I bet those same haters would say the exact same shit if their team was stumbling through a drought or even not making it to the playoffs in a decade. Yes, there's teams who haven't made the playoffs in the 2010s as well as the 2020s. So instead of reporting on what the Dallas Cowboys shouldn't say, how about ESPN focuses on the things that they shouldn't say? Because telling a multiple Super Bowl winning franchise not to talk about the Super Bowl is one of those takes that Chris Mad Dog Russo should have said in his mirror at his crib and not on the set of First Take. But this has been your man, the Angry Cowboys Fan. Cowboys Nation, what did you think about what Chris Mad Dog Russo had to say about Jerry Jones, Dak Prescott, and the Dallas Cowboys' aspirations to make it to a Super Bowl? Y'all know how we do. We always talk about it in the comment section. If you're digging this content and you want to help get it out to even more Dallas Cowboys fans, drop a like on this video, share it with anybody that you know is a Dallas Cowboys fan, and if you're on your mobile device and you haven't used them up yet, make sure you hype this video. Doing so can help get the word out to Cowboys Nation. They'll come back to the Angry Cowboys Fan YouTube channel and want to become Angry Cowboys fans themselves. And if you are DC for life and you have aspirations for this Dallas Cowboys team to make it to and possibly win a Super Bowl championship, hit that subscribe button. Hit the bell so you don't miss anything from the Angry Cowboys Fan YouTube channel. Also, if you're into Madden 26, College Football 26, or Mortal Kombat talk, check out my other YouTube channel, the Angry Gaming Fan YouTube channel. I'll make sure I put the link to that as well as the gamer tag in the description. No one's going to tell me not to talk about the goals that I've set for myself or the team that I root for. Instead of worrying about what the Dallas Cowboys fans, players, coaches, and owners say about the Super Bowl, How about you focus on remembering the names of the players that you want to put down on First Take? Louis Reddick ain't gonna be there to bail you out or give you hints every time you get it wrong, Chris Mad Dog Russo. But this has been your man, the Angry Cowboys Fan. It's almost Friday, y'all, and I'm out. Dang, Angry Cowboys fan, you done made it through the entire video. But if you want more content, you can definitely go to this video right here. Or if you want the latest episode of the Angry Cowboys Fan podcast, you can go right here. But whatever you do, like, share, and subscribe to the channel, but remain DC for life.